Hey everybody, welcome back to Antalya, Turkey. We have spent a couple months in Antalya, Turkey, and we've showed you a lot of areas. And we've realized that for many of you, if you've never been to Antalya, you've never seen this coastline, one place runs into another. We met a wonderful family of expats that moved here from India, in large part due to our videos. That was such an honor to get to meet them. And they're looking for an area to move that's family friendly. And we thought to ourselves, we should explain the different areas along the coast to the viewers. So we're going to go along the Antalya coastline, starting in Konyaalti and going up to the Old Harbor, past Hadrian's Gate, the cliffs of Lara, Duden Falls, and Lara Beach. To walk this would normally take you 6 to 8 hours. We're going to do it for you in about 15 minutes. Konyaalti is a very popular place with expats and investors and tourists that want to come and enjoy the beach life of the Antalya coastline. The Konyaalti beach area stretches for over 7 kilometers, and it's one of the most important tourist areas for the Antalya region along the Mediterranean. The water in the Konyaalti beach area is known as blue flag quality, which means that it's safe for swimming, and you also don't have to go far to find necessities such as restaurants and looking for hotels and accommodations. Walking down the promenade is a great place for people watching, and you also get free entertainment. There'll also be quite a few street performers where you can sit back on a park bench and just absorb the environment and listen to the music. The beach area of Konyaalti is mostly a pebbly, a little bit coarser grain type of area. There are some areas with some shell and some larger pebbles and rocks as well. But for the most part, the beach is very swimmable and very family friendly. There's a lot of walking area and promenade along its coastline, dotted with little restaurants and cafes. There's bike trails. And as you work your way farther up the coast, going towards Antalya, you'll reach a beautiful area with parks and picnic tables and restaurants and shaded grass areas. And there's just so much to offer. There's also a park that lays above the Konyaalti beach area that you can take an elevator up to. From this vantage point, you can really get an appreciation of the size of the park area of Konyaalti outside of where the condominiums are and the regular promenade. There's a road that comes down, coming from the direction of the old town, that brings you down to the beach as well. But from up here in the area above the elevator, if you chose to find a place up here, it's really a quick elevator ride down to get down to the beach areas. The park up here is fantastic, and there's a great dog park, and we really enjoyed letting the dogs just run loose and having a good time here. Now, for those of you that are new to our channel, Julie and I, we're traveling the world with our 2 dogs. We're trying to see what it's like to live in other places, and we're trying to share our experiences and our costs with you. So that if you're looking to travel, you're looking to move outside of your home country and wondering what it's like to live somewhere else, we hope that you're going to subscribe and follow along. And also don't forget to give this video a like if you're enjoying the content. So we hope that you'll join us, as well as our dogs, Arya and Katie, on our trips, our adventures, and as we share our cost of living with you. So as we leave the upper park from above Konyaalti and we start heading back towards Antalya and towards the Old Harbor area, we're going to pass Ataturk Park. And in this park area, there's areas for kids to play, there's amusement areas, small rides, and there's also areas with quite a few different restaurants that we like to go to and to look over the cliffs and to look out at the water. If you watched our recent video about our monthly cost to stay in Antalya, Robert's restaurant is right over by here. So this parking lot area has areas where people can park their campers. We actually had some friends that stayed here, and they just paid a few dollars a day for the accommodation. To be clear, there is no sewage hookup and there are no shower facilities. Our friends did sign up with a local gym to be able to go and take their showers, and they also used a local laundry service. But if you're looking for a cheap place to park, and if camper vans are your thing, this might be a good parking lot for you to choose to come and hang out for a few days or a few weeks, depending on what you're looking for. The area around the old town or the old harbor is known as Karaalioglu, and here you have a lot of history. This area was the heart and still is the heart for this city of 2.5 million, and it's been the heartbeat of this city for over 2,000 years. Let's take a quick listen to that heartbeat. In previous videos, we've walked down to the old harbor. Today, we're going to take the elevator. It's a quick shot straight down to the old harbor. To be honest, with staying in Antalya for almost 2 months, we only took the elevator one time. Oftentimes there could be lines to go down to the old harbor, and taking the stairs or strolling down the paved cobblestone roads to go down can be quite pleasant. But the elevator's there if you need it. Gone are the days when this was a harbor bringing in supplies and goods from around the world. Today, these vessels are mostly here for the tourists or for fishing outings. There's quite a few tours that go out here on a regular basis, and from what we can tell, the typical 4-hour tour on one of these ships should cost you about 150 lira, or a little over $10 a person, closer to 11 actually. One of the heartbreaking things about our visit to Antalya is every time I thought I was going to go do one of these boat tours, it turned out to be a day with bad weather and rough seas.
These are pretty awesome looking old ships. I like this little harbor. It's
very nice.
I like it's kind of like a Pirates of the Caribbean type of theme. I mean, look back over here over my shoulder. You got these ships all looking like there's pirates about to jump off at you. Hey, we got a Roman next to the pirates.
I will say, walking down to the old harbor and going into the old town Karaalioglu and just being near this history was one of my favorite things about our experience in Antalya. Now, this is a shout out to one of our viewers, El Terrifico. These cats are for you. They love their kitty cats in Turkey, and they're very well taken care of by the community. You can't go to Turkey and not see cats.
Hadrian's Gate. So behind me is Hadrian's Gate. This was built in 131, 132 AD. It's pretty impressive.
Incredibly, this gate was lost for many years. The walls of the city were built up around it, and during the collapse of the walls in 1817, it was rediscovered and was refurbished and reconstructed to its original plan in 1961 to 1962.
So the puddles represent where the chariots, the wheels would go. So it's very interesting. This is very, very old.
As a North American, I'm always in awe when I see something that's multi-millennia old. In my world, if something was 200 or 300 years old, it was considered old, antique, or ancient. As we head away from Hadrian's Gate in the old harbor, we're going to pass Hadrian Tower, which oversees the old harbor, and we're going to go into Karaalioglu Park. I'm probably butchering the name of this park, but it's a beautiful park, and from the cliffs of it you can look out towards Konyaalti. This is a favorite park for Julie and I to bring the dogs. We let them run off leash. There's a large area with large trails, and this is a great place for families to get together. Kids will come here and ride their bikes, their skateboards, roller skates, and you'll see teens hanging out on the walls and talking. It's just a very warm, friendly environment. There's also some restaurants here that we've shown in previous videos where we would sit out and look out over the water. So I encourage you to check out this park. It's right here next to Karaalioglu, near the old town. And if you're looking at moving to this area, there's a lot of condos and apartments all around this big, beautiful park. As we head to the east, leaving the park, there'll be an area where you'll have to go a couple blocks through neighborhoods, but you'll hit back up with the coast again, and you'll find some ancient ruins that go back 1500 to 2000 plus years, and you can't help but look and wonder what this place was like. Now, there are condos and apartments built all along this Lara coastline, and they all have beautiful views. When you look at this area here, you'll see there's condos right above it. You can easily just come down and stroll and walk through these ruins and daydream and think about the past. As we continue east, leaving the Old Town area and going along the cliffs of Lara, you're going to find kilometers and kilometers of parks. And on the weekends, they'll be full of families picnicking, playing ball, taking their pets out for a stroll, coming out to enjoy the sunlight. So even if you're not here with a family, this is a great place to just take advantage of the outside and enjoying the beauty of Antalya, Turkey. And you're in close proximity to so many things. This would really be a great residential area if you were looking at living full-time in the Antalya area. Now, while there are little vendors all over the place, so if you wanted to get popcorn, snacks, or some sort of food item, you're going to find something here. But Julie and I, we decided that we're going to go look at a little restaurant that is right here near the cliffs here in Lara, between Lara and Karaalioglu. And we were happy with this little restaurant we found, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we paid. The restaurant was across the street from the parks, and the pricing on the menu board looked pretty reasonable. And as always, dogs are almost always welcome. We've had nobody in the Antalya area turn us away when we had our dogs with us. So as far as it being pet friendly, you can't ask for a much pet friendlier place than Antalya, Turkey.
Okay, we've got our little salads. And we got some bread coming along with it. And this is interesting, authentic, huh?
Absolutely.
Let's try it out. It's got rice stuffed inside of there.
This is really good, guys. Trying local food sometimes is just amazing, and this is really good.
We really weren't quite sure what we were ordering when we ordered, but we were happy. Arya got a little nibble. She was happy. Katie was happy. And most importantly, I was happy. So we had our traditional Turkish tea, and we paid.
Okay, so we had our lunch here, and it came out to 120 Turkish Lira, 130 after tip. So it's right here on the road between Lara, that direction, and the old harbor for Antalya behind me.
And it was delicious.
It was very good.
Now we continue our trip to Duden Falls.
So this is the top of the famous Duden Falls here in Antalya. It's like an infinity pool going right over the edge. Would you go swimming there?
No.
It looks pretty calm and placid. It's a nice little infinity pool, go swimming.
You can go, I'll stay back with the dogs.
Okay, well, let's go see what it looks like from the front.
The Duden Falls are a major tourist attraction here in the Antalya area. The water falls over 40 meters, or approximately 131 feet. It actually is a very beautiful sight. You see this fresh water coming over the cliffs, meeting the Mediterranean down below. You can look at that boat down below to give you some context of the size. It was actually much more impressive than I thought it would actually be.
What do you think of the falls, honey?
They're gorgeous, and we got treated to a rainbow today as well. I mean, my gosh, how beautiful.
I know that waterfall is beautiful, and it's going right into the Mediterranean, so it's the fresh water hitting the seawater right there.
Everybody's out and enjoying this place. It is so lovely, and the weather is just impeccably perfect.
Yeah, great park right here too.
There was a very large park in the vicinity of the falls, so plenty of room for people to come out and enjoy the outdoors. This was such a treat to come and hang out here, and of course, as always, almost everything that we're experiencing here is free at no cost. And this park stretches all along the river, going probably a good 200, 300 meters inland. So plenty of room to roam. We started our exploration of Lara Beach at a very large park that had a lot of picnic tables, free barbecue pits, and there were a lot of families that were out here enjoying the day, even though this was a cool January day. The beach is free access. Lara Beach has also been awarded the blue flag for its clean seawater. The sand is actually a soft sand. It's not the pebbly type like at Konyaalti. And the water here, they say, is typically going to be warmer than in the Konyaalti area. This is a 12-kilometer long beach, and it's predominantly all sand. So it's one of the longest beaches in Turkey. Maybe to clarify, I should say it's one of the longest, if not the longest, sand beach in Turkey. Now, typically the beach in Lara is going to have a gentle slope. So if you're not a really good swimmer and you're concerned about finding yourself over your head quickly, Lara Beach is potentially going to be the preferable beach for you so that you can easily walk into the water without a fear of a sudden drop-off. Of course, we love it that we were able to bring our dogs here and they were able to come out and play and have fun. And quite honestly, they love the beach as much as I do. So any place that will let my dogs come and hang out, I'm in. Lara Beach is also home to many all-inclusive hotels and facilities. So further down the beach, there'll be a lot of large hotels and large resorts. So if you're coming here to Lara, this is the area that's typically the free area. That's not going to be taken up all with the resorts. Well, I hope you enjoyed our walk along the coast of Antalya, going from Konyaalti to Lara Beach. As a reminder, Julie and I, we're traveling the world with our two dogs, trying to see what it's like to live in other countries, other locations, other places, and trying to share our experiences with you, as well as the cost of living. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a like, and we hope you'll join us on our journey. So until next time, have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.